take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
There we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Coffee, Bagels, and Donuts, as Ken says. But we're basically coffee, bagels, Lavazza coffee, and everything else that you guys want to have this morning for breakfast. So we're here today at 11 a.m. to talk to you guys for a little bit. In 1 hour, we will have MYCKENA Guerrero on the show. So please stay tuned for that interview brought to you by Nithin. And that will also be with Sean and Joe as well. So welcome everybody this morning to our morning show. I'd like to welcome Sean and Nithin on the show this morning.
Hey Evan, great job with the intro. Good morning, Sean and Evan, everybody else in the chat. Guys, get your questions ready for MYCKENA Guerrero, one of our other clients. She's excited for the show, and you guys are going to enjoy her. She's a sports journalist, reporter. She does a lot of stuff with high school sports, and she is an ambassador of Celsius, the drink Celsius. And also she'll talk about joining our agency too. So guys, get your questions ready. And what's up, Mo? Mo is in here. Mo Bundy's in here. What's up? Good
Mo?
morning. Yeah, so Evan and Sean, obviously today we got Yankees baseball, obviously with spring training, and obviously Team USA in Italy is playing tonight. So that's a big matchup too. So a lot of things going on, and great to be a sports fan. So how are you guys doing? And good morning.
Well, good morning. But hey, what about this World Baseball Classic? And you know, what a win, the Team USA over Mexico. But that was a good game because Mexico gave us a run for it. But we held them off. And man, Judge not only hit a homer, a mammoth homer, but he threw out a runner trying to go to third. When are they gonna learn?
Apparently, they didn't see it. They didn't see his film from past seasons when he would always gun down guys at third. It's always amazing to me whenever the balls hit, do not advance to third.
Yeah,
right. Don't. But what was so amazing was he also threw it with ease, like he wasn't trying. He wasn't trying to throw hard. But I mean, remember we had that elbow issue last season, but that's gone now. So I mean, but yeah, a lot of people forget how elite Judge's defense is. I know everybody focuses on the elite prowess at the plate, but he's a complete player. But then Roman Anthony also had a mammoth 3-run homer.
Yep.
So we gotta tip our cap to a Red Sox, unfortunately. But hey, you know what? We're playing for USA, and the name on the front of the jersey a whole lot more important than the name on the back.
Yeah, tell him, Sean. Rant.
Let's go.
But yes, no, all these games are World Baseball Classic. I even watched some of the Nicaragua and Venezuela. And man, what blew my mind was Dusty Baker managing Team Nicaragua.
Yes. Yeah, Dusty Baker, obviously very famous manager and World Series champion, doing great things over there with that team. And what's very cool to see for me is everybody steps up on Team USA. It's not just one guy. You have maybe Judge do a thing. Yeah. You also have Schwarber. You have Roman Anthony, younger guys that are stepping up. And Mark DeRosa is leading a really good charge here. Team USA can definitely go all the way, in my opinion. But this year you also have more competition. You have Mexico that is improving. Will they be there at the end? I'm not sure. But they could possibly make a run at it if they get in. You have, of course, Dominican Republic, which I think is a big threat. And that team is full of offensive superstars. Obviously, Juan Soto, Fernando Tatis Jr. They also have Austin Wells, who's on the Yankees on that team too. And just some great players that, play all around good baseball. And tonight, you guys will see Team Italy face off against Team USA. And just quickly about the Yankees, guys. So today at 1 o'clock, You will see the Yankees against the Phillies live with Ken from Yankees The Ugly Truth and Joe at 1 p.m. on MYCKENA, along with Yankees The Ugly Truth with Ken. So don't worry, guys. They'll bring you guys the latest updates with that game and call it good play-by-play. As we are almost 2 weeks away from the start of opening day. Tomorrow is the 2-week point. Very excited, looking forward to it. And we got some news yesterday, guys, that Max Fried is our opening day starter for game 1 against San Fran.
As expected that he was going to be the opening day starter. Obviously, he was opening day starter last year when Cole went out. But they're going to ease Cole back in, obviously, this year. Even though he's throwing hard in spring, you don't want to put him right out of the gate. So, obviously Cole won't return mid-season, I think, most likely, or maybe hopefully before mid-season. But Max Fried deserves it, and obviously he's we're ace 1A, I should say. What's up, Jake? Welcome to the chat.
I think the earliest we'll see Cole back is mid to late April, definitely beginning of May. It just seems like with all these waves in bullpen, we might see him start in a spring game or two. But I think he's going to get his rehab starts, then AAA or whatever, or kind of like an extended spring, and then we're going to see him back, and then we're going to probably get Cole Rodon back mid-May, maybe early June. But I don't mind that because they're two important arms that you cannot rush back just because you need them. And we got enough depth to handle them having delayed starts to the season. But you don't want to risk the gambit on rushing them back and then they getting hurt, possibly way worse.
Good point. Good point with that too. And you look at the potential of this rotation. Obviously, Rodon, Fried, Cole, Luis Gil, Will Warren potentially, Ryan Weathers. All these guys. It's important that they stay healthy and give us the innings, because if you want to put it in perspective of kind of what the Dodgers have had the last couple of years, they've had guys that have filled in rotation spots when needed, and their pitching has stayed afloat while their lineup has pretty much done all the damage for them. Guys like Tyler Glasnow, Shohei Ohtani, Yamamoto, some of those guys have been hurt, but what happens? They have guys in the farm system that step up. And I think we have that same exact formula. Go ahead, Sean.
And you can't forget Clayton Kershaw. He came back from his injury near retirement. And down the stretch, he covered for them, even though you could tell it was near the end of the rope. But and then you had all those guys. But that's the thing that makes a team a World Series caliber team. It's not just the amount of stars you got or starters. It's your depth, it's your pitching, and when everybody steps up and plays as a team, that's what separates a champion from the losers.
Definitely.
You look at how, like, if you caught how during the Jeter year, we talk about the 90s, late 90s and 2000, but it was everyone. Alfonso Soriano in 2000 pinch ran on the bench and he scored one of the winning runs in one of the games. But people forget about that, But then, you had Homer Bush. You had all these other guys that came up, and when their number was called, they stepped up. Big play Clay, Bellinger, Cody's father. He was a backup, bench guy. But guess what? He made big plays for us in the World Series. And we won 2 of those with him. So, you name it. It's not always, but we got the core guys. Or it's not the Aaron Judges and the Shohei Ohtanis. It comes down to the bench. It comes down to the bullpen arms. It comes down to, that guy that may be the 6th starter in your rotation. 6th man in your rotation, but he steps up big for you. Will Warren did that last year for us. Quietly.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. And this team with the lineup that they have, they shouldn't have to have Aaron Judge carry them all year. He can hit his 50, 60 home runs if he wants to, and will that increase, our run differential this year and help us win more games? It should. It should, because of the help of our bench. From what we had last year was definitely non-existent, and now this year we have a totally new, revamped bench. We'll have to see, which guys fill in those infield spots that we're talking about. Will it be Oswaldo Cabrera? Will it be possibly Max Schumann? Will it be Seth Brown? And then you have the outfield. We had Randall Grichuk, who made his debut yesterday. And Giancarlo Stanton, by the way, yesterday hit a home run.
Mhm.
That was good to see from him.
I guess his elbows aren't hurting bad.
Yeah, speaking of bench, I mean, obviously Paul, what do you call Paul DeYoung hit a home run yesterday too. He looked good. I think that's a player that it's a lock maybe to make the team. And Seth Brown might be the odd man out here with Randall Goodrick on the team. So I would rather have the right-handed bat on the bench than another left-handed bat, and that's the reason why we got Goodrick on the team, because he's right-handed and he can hit left-handers too. He can still play good defense, and you can substitute him or platoon him too. So I think this bench is much deeper. Like you guys said, from last year, we didn't have a bench. This year, we do have a bench. With Oswaldo coming back, we got obviously Schumann could possibly make the team, and Nick Torres. I think we haven't seen that much with Nick Torres, but I think he's been on the BBC team. But what do you call it? And I know I'm surprised that they sent down ML Flood and Spencer Jones early down into spring to minor league. But
Yeah,
maybe to get more reps, I guess. But that was kind of surprising to see, in my opinion.
but I think, yeah, and I think almost into what Bill was saying, those two are like our next man up. If we need, whether injuries or something happens, those two guys are getting calls up before you know it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, no, they're well on their way, and only good
I
things
mean-
ahead for Jones.
Read, if you one of y'all can read Bill's comment.
Yes, get to that right now. Bill says Jones will be up in the big leagues before you know it. Grisham is a freaking waste of $22 million and will not have another season like he did last year. I mean, we have to see. I like Spencer Jones, but to force him into a pressure situation of hitting leadoff or getting him in the lineup right away is not the best thing to do. I get it that he's been in the minors for a while. He's a good defender, great defender, and usually when you're a good defender, you adjust easier to the major league level than maybe some others like Jason Dominguez. I wish the Yankees would have personally brought him up last year, and that would maybe ease him in more to a role this season. But they didn't do that. They obviously have trust in Grisham. Grisham's defense looks to be much better this year, guys. We're going to say it right now that I believe Grisham will have a good year defensively, a better year defensively. And last year he wasn't even that bad defensively,
Well-
but this year he will be better.
Yeah, and I know it's going to be a hard sell with that 22 million, and it thing would have been like 16 mil. So we're paying what, 5-6 million more for 1 year. But it's a hard sell. I know I'm not expecting him to be huge or try to really duplicate exactly verbatim what he did last year. I know it's a career year, and it might be an outlier. But if he gives me 270, with, I don't know, 80, 90, 100 RBIs, and then he gives me Gold Glove defense all year long,
Take it.
yeah.
Take that.
I mean, I guess I'm just saying I'm looking at it realistically.
Oh no, you are definitely. Jake here says the difference between the Yankees and the Dodgers is that the Dodgers can lose Ohtani and still win, but if the Yankees lose Judge, that's a different story.
Well, and I mean, there's a difference to it, and there's reality to it. Look at Freddie Freeman, he's a superstar. You look at Mookie Betts, he's a superstar. All up and down that line, you either got superstars or you got all stars.
Yeah, and obviously they added Kyle Tucker. The whole lineup is like pretty much for all stars, obviously, in that team. Well, like I said, I think the one team that can potentially dethrone him or give him a chance is the Chicago Cubs. I believe in the Chicago Cubs this year. I think they're talented. They improved this all season. They got Alex Bregman. They have a great defensive team. Pico starts with Pito Armstrong. Pico Armstrong, a great player. So I think the Cubs can be a real threat to the Dodgers if everything goes right.
Yeah, and then I mean, you can't forget Ian Happ.
Yeah, Ian Happ. Yep. That's another.
And then if Sia Suzuki can live up to the hype he came out of Japan.
And also Michael Bush.
Yep. And then
People
they have got other people that play. I mean, Tanner Swanson or whatever his name.
Oh,
Dansby.
Dansby Swanson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tanner, our catching coach.
Tanner Swanson. But yeah, Swanson, obviously a great defender, good player. So, like I said, the Cubs could definitely give the Dodgers a little competition. I mean, let's see what happens. I know there's going to be a lot of injuries happen. If the Dodgers get injuries to certain key players, like for example Mookie Betts or Freddie Freeman, then I can definitely see them taking a step back. But the one advantage they have, though, they have the top farm system out of all the teams right now. The Dodgers are loaded in the farm system too. So
yeah, I mean, you look at how they managed with the pitching the injuries to the rotations. When they lost 4/5 of their starting rotation, they started the last 2 seasons, right? Then you had guys like Dustin May. I mean, you had guys like May and you had Walker, Buehler. You know, they stepped up big. But then you also had other guys that just came from their farm system and just stepped up and pitched in there. And then you got Yamamoto. He's just a beast on that pitching mound. I mean, do what he did on the World Series, as tired as he was. I mean, he bailed out the Dodgers big time last year.
Right.
Yep.
And the Dodgers, they also make big acquisitions at the trade deadline. They have guys that come in and contribute right away. The Yankees do have that as well. And now with more consistency, I think that those guys will start showing their roles now. Guys like Bednar, I think, will be a great closer for us this year, as he was in the second half last year. I think Doval is going to be better when he knows what role he has. We haven't seen him too much in spring training, but I think you can rely on him to go out there and pitch to his role when he's not the closer. Obviously, Jake Bird, too, in the bullpen, he's going to be better with coming off of some rest from last season after he was burned out in Colorado for the first half of the season because he was their only good reliever. And so, with those improvements, I know they're, sort of micro things to look at, and, you adjust their win total by maybe 5 to 10 games, but, if those things pan out, that can really be a good role for us.
And you add in Cade Winquist, and you got Ryan Weathers, who can be a swingman in the pen, spot starter. You got Yarbrough and Blackburn as our long reliefs. So we're not going to the pen too much, because when our starters struggle, we can go to our long relief guys, and we're not overtaxing the back end of our bullpen. So we got a much deeper balance in our bullpen, which I love. But also the thing that I was loving watching the Yankees. Have you noticed they're more consistently aggressive at the plate? Not in the sense where they're panicking and free swinging and all the pop up, but they're like see ball, hit ball, see ball, smoke ball.
I feel like to answer that question, I mean to piggyback off that, I really do think that they have a different mindset up at the plate this year with all the hitters, and especially Stanton. I think he is, like I said in the previous teams, if he can cut down on the strikeouts a little bit, he's a different ball player, and he doesn't have to hit the home runs obviously all the time, but be like a gap to gap hitter, singles or doubles, but try to get runners in different ways. So I want Stanton to be like that. I'm really excited to see what Stanton does this year, and because he's one of our big pieces on the lineup, and he will help supplement Judge in a big way. So that's why I really want Stanton to succeed in a big way, especially this season. I think this is gonna be a big year for him. I feel confident in him, and I know that he might go down with an injury or two, but when he's in the lineup, it could be teams are going to be scared too. I mean, he can do damage, obviously. So, but the main thing is cutting down his strikeouts, being better. But I'm seeing this all of the players. I'm seeing good approaches at the plate. They're not swinging. some games maybe they're swinging at pitches that are balls, but this year I feel like they're taking a step back from that and taking more pitches, working the count, than the walks, and they're finding their pitch that they want to hit. So if they can translate that from spring training to the season, they'll be fine, perfectly fine.
Oh yeah, I agree. And then Momo Money,
Momo.
Yo.
he
What's up,
has
Mo?
this question. He says, "You guys think Dominguez gets traded? Don't want him to turn into Peraza,
Yeah.
where his value plummeted, and Yankees got nothing." And I mean, I don't know. He may get traded. He may not. But one thing I would say though, I don't think Dominguez is going to end up like Peraza. Peraza ran out of gas, and then he just couldn't figure out how to adjust mentally to the big leagues from the AAA. He's got a lot of talent, but the problem was that there's a mental thing. With Dominguez, you see the way he adjusts, the way he adapts. Now he looks comfortable in left field. So he's made that adjustment. Now the difference is, do you want him to play every day in AAA to get his reps?
Yeah.
And then be a guy that we call up in case we need another outfielder or injuries happen? Or do we want to trade for him and get some help? But the problem, too, with Dominguez, just like with Spencer Jones, you risk the gambit of you trade him away, he becomes a star and a Yankee killer.
Oh,
You know,
real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a big birthday shout out to my work colleague from Nation's Best, her name Bria Frisbee. Obviously, we brought her on this show. So Bria, enjoy your birthday. Happy birthday to Bria, our work colleague from Nation's Best.
Happy birthday
There you go.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Yes.
yeah,
Happy birthday to Bria.
happy birthday. And my fellow March child, March.
Oh yeah, Sean, your birthday's coming up soon.
Yeah,
Right?
happy early birthday.
Yeah, mine's coming up Saturday. Like,
Let's
man.
go. Turn up.
Oh, yes. But no,
You better call off for work from that day, man.
I work early. I work overnight. So,
Oh.
but I
Good,
have
then you
most
get
of
to
that
enjoy
off.
it.
So guess what? I'm like, you know what?
We'll definitely enjoy that day for sure.
And I already got some friends. They're like, hey, you like me? We're taking you out somewhere. I said, all right.
There you go.
Turn up.
Oh,
But,
yes.
As far as Dominguez goes,
Yep.
it's going to be tough to see him getting traded before the season starts. If anything, I think it could be maybe in the middle of the season. Obviously, if an injury happens and he needs to step in, then I don't think that they'll do it right away. But a realistic trade package that you could get for Dominguez, you could get a couple of prospects, not high-ranked prospects, but a couple of maybe mid-tier ranked prospects that from another team that maybe you could sit here and say, all right, they could develop into something. But if you're just going to trade them away for nothing, then you can't do that. You have to wait until his value is higher, and trading him now would not be the smart thing to do, in my opinion. And this is a way different situation from Peraza. The Yankees, I feel like, kept Peraza for too long for nothing. They let him sit there on the bench. They didn't bring him up when they had to. They could have used him in different situations for those couple of years, maybe in 2022, 2023. I remember he did come up in 2022. He played in that playoff series against the Astros. He looked okay defensively. Offensively, he needed work. He had power. But this is different from Dominguez. Dominguez has a higher ceiling offensively than Peraza ever did. So you could get more for Dominguez. And Peraza, the way that they utilized Peraza was totally wrong, in my opinion, with the way that they did that. And but yeah, it just shows what the Yankees think about some of these kids, and they do have to learn to bring these kids up sooner and play them, give them a more expanded role earlier, because this is how you end up in a situation like Trent Grisham. And not saying that Trent Grisham will be a liability for us. I think he'll eventually live up to his contract because of the defense that he's going to give us. But when it comes to these prospects, you have to be a little bit smarter and more realistic too.
Yeah. But I mean, what do you think, Nathan? I mean, I know you've seen Dominguez and you've seen Peraza. You've seen a lot of these
Yeah,
prospects up
we worked
close.
we worked with most of them when they were in the minors, and especially Dominguez. They gotta decide whether or not if they're gonna play him or not, because or trade him. You don't want to hurt his value. He's a starter caliber player, and he has a lot of potential, but they're not using him right. So eventually they got to decide this spring whether if they're gonna be if he's gonna be starting in the outfield, or if not, then put him in the minors, get his value, get him more reps to trade him, or eventually come up if there's an injury, or trade him now. I mean, because you can still, like Evan said, you can still get good value for Dominguez, and I think the best thing for him, I think he needs to be traded to a team that he can play a lot more. Because
Yeah.
I just don't see him playing that much here. I hate to say it, I just don't. Um,
Mhm.
so I think it's time for him for the Yankees to either put him in the minors to get some reps for a trade, or just trade him now. That's it. So
Yeah, I mean, y'all know how I feel. I mean, I've said it clearly about the yo-yo mentality, the yo-yo thing that the
yeah,
Yankees do with these prospects. And it is whether it's Peraza, Clint Frazier, or whoever, they always do this. Yeah, up, down. Burn out the options.
Hmm.
You play them for a week or two, and you call them up, or you play them sporadically for that week or two, and you send them right back down. But then you pick and choose with like Volpe and some of these other guys, and it's like, come on. And Dominguez has way too much talent. I mean, I know he was called the Martian, and he was compared to legends, from when he was 16 years old. But you
yeah,
can tell the talent's there. Now he's figured out he's made that adjustment over last year with that, how you adjust on the fly to left field and playing every day. He's made the mistake. He's brought up his defense to where, we expect it to be. Now it's got to figure out how to get it more. We know that because he hit a home run off of Verlander, his first at bat.
First at bat, yep.
You know, and unfortunately he got plagued with that Tommy John, after his first call up, and then you had the oblique injuries, and he had a few other injuries that kind of slowed him down. But you can tell that he's there. He's right there on the cusp. But the Yankees have to make a decision because you got Bellinger for 5 years, and you got Judge for the rest of his career. But you got to decide: are you going to trust more with Jones, or are you going to trust more with who you really going to give a shot once Grisham walks? Are you gonna put all your eggs in the basket for Jones or Dominguez?
Right. Guys, I really felt like last year they should have called up Jones, and then they could have had a competition between Dominguez and Jones, but in center field, right? In center field, and that would take away the Grisham signing, which we made. That could have been a cheaper. Those two would have been cheaper options, in my opinion, than giving Grisham that qualifying offer, and you would have been possibly as productive. Jones is a great defender. What Dominguez gives you offensively, and I think Dominguez would play a lot better in center field between two Gold Glove defenders in Judge and Bellinger. But if they had some foreshadowing, I think they could have done that the right way, and that would have been great. But also, like Sean said too, you have to think about the timeline of the team too. You have Aaron Judge, of course,
Yep.
who's over 30 years old. Garrett Cole, how many more years is he going to give you? Right, Max Fried, who's a little bit on the older side. So you do have to think about, in terms of a timeline standpoint, how are these guys going to be utilized, and is it the best way for the Yankees to win a World Series by either playing the kids or playing some more veteran outfielders and then supplementing the roster with younger prospects? What do you think is the best way to go with that? And of course, we know what way the Yankees chose, and I think that it could pan out the right way. But we'll have to see. They do have to use these kids in some way, some form, or trade them. Right? There's nowhere they can really go right now. If you keep them too long in the minors, then eventually there's no spot for them. But we'll
Yeah.
see what happens, guys. And unfortunately, this is all the time that I have for today. So I appreciate everybody being here this morning. Nithin,
Thank
Sean,
you, Evan.
great, as well as Joe. Thank you guys for allowing me to do a 30-minute segment, and it was awesome. But guys, don't forget, 1 o'clock today is Yankees The Ugly Truth with Ken and Joe too, calling the Yankees against the Phillies. And then at 12 o'clock right here, you could hear the interview with McKenna Guerrero. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Hey, Evan, great job at the opening. Great job with the segment.
Hey, Evan, thank you so much for opening
job,
the show for us.
Yep.
No problem, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're the
Have
man.
a great day, and stay tuned to a pretty big announcement that I'm going to be making in a couple of minutes.
Got it.
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Evan.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Evan, you're the man.
What's the announcement? Breaking news.
All right, guys.
What's
Breaking
that?
news tonight, and it will be on this channel. Being the fact that the Yankees are in play, we are gonna give you the live play-by-play
Yes.
of Italy versus the United States right here, play-by-play on NY Yankee Mania, and it'll be simulcasting on Yankees The Ugly Truth. So it's going to be live right here and simulcasting on Yankees The Ugly Truth at 9 p.m. with Joe and Ken, and maybe more fun. Who knows?
Let's
But
go.
I can tell you that we're going to have the game tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So everybody, I can't lose. United States and Italy. I honor my father. I honor my father's side of the family.
Yeah.
And I honor the United States. So this is one game, and growing up, like my dad always said, when Italy faces United States in soccer, he can't lose. And that's the bottom line, because the Mengoya household said so.
Now you got to smash beer cans. And
What was that?
You gotta
I said, now you got to smash beer cans just like Stone Cold.
Yeah, more than likely, yes. And I'm gonna, and you know what? I'm gonna have a chicken cutlet palm with me.
Yes.
While we're doing the game.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna go American Italian all the way.
Right here.
Hey, that's amore.
Could you see Joe in a leather vest or a jean vest like Stone Cold?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And as John the Beagle says, and an espresso. Of course, I'm gonna have my Lavazza. And
Yes.
maybe we'll have a surprise for the national anthem. You never know. The
Well, I'll tell you what.
national anthem.
And speaking of espresso, that's what the Italian team does to celebrate home runs. They have an espresso machine in the dugout. So when one of them hits a home run,
Yep.
guess what they're chugging?
So, guys,
And
come on,
espresso.
you got to come and share us tonight. You want to hear Aaron Judge? You want to hear Bednar and all of that? You're going to have it right here. That's why we're keeping it on NY Yankee Mania tonight, because there are Yankees involved. So it only apropos to keep it right here on NY Yankee Mania. So let's go USA. Let's go Italy tonight. I'm torn. It's going to be great. 9 o'clock, everyone.
Well,
Come in and root us on.
I had some of that feeling the other day. I mean, yes, I root USA all the way. But when we were playing Great Britain, a part of me can't help but root just a little, because my grandmother, my dad's mom, she's from Wales, England. So but I mean, it's kind of like, well, when they're playing USA, I'm rooting for USA all the way.
Gotcha.
But when in other world events, too, my second team is always Great Britain.
Well, my second team is obviously Italy.
Yep.
No question about that.
Mm-hmm.
And the man drops down and then he drops back up. What's up?
What up?
But yeah,
Nithin, tell us a little bit about the guest that's going to be gracing us at 12 o'clock.
Yeah. So my team and I booked our client McKenna Guerrero for 12 o'clock for the show. Guys, get your questions ready. She's a reporter, sports reporter, host. She works for a high school outside. She's ambassador of Celsius brand, the energy drinks. She's ambassador for that. So, guys, You guys are going to enjoy her. And please, she's going to talk about everything, her journey, and joining her agency too as a client. So get your questions ready. She'll be joining Joe and Sean at 12 p.m. Eastern. You guys are going to enjoy her, and glad that my team and I can help out with this also. Hi, Katie. Welcome to the chat. What's up, Katie?
So she deserves to be called Miss Guerrero.
Yeah.
Hey.
Her name is MYCKENA Guerrero.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm kidding around. You know, we gotta bless it. You know, like yes, McKenna.
Yep.
But yeah. So you know, hey Sean, we're getting close to your next show for the Yankees history. Why don't you tell everybody why you have a chance? Tell everybody about the show coming up with you and Bronx Bomber. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so you know Charles and I, and thank you guys for tuning in for the preview. The other day, it was a blast. But we're gonna talk more about Yankees history as we dive deeper into the that first dynasty and going into one of the longest stretch run, the first half of the longest stretch run of the Yankees dynasty run. As we cover more from the 1927 to 1941 of the New York Yankees, well, we're even going to cover different guys like obviously Ruth and Garrick and Combs, even Joe D, Frank Crosetti, and the list goes on. Forget about, you know, Lefty Gomez and Red Ruffing, all those guys, but all the way to 1941. The reason we're stopping is because a lot of the stars in 1941 and to like 43, 44, a lot of those guys took time off in their prime to go put up on the uniform and go fight for our country during the Great War, you know, this Second World War. But then they came back. And so we're going to cover more deeply on that run deeper on another day. But yeah, you know, there's just so much to talk about because the Yankees are, whew. I mean, Joe, you could run out the whole list of Yankees. You know, the Yankees have like over 33 plus. The last time I counted, we have like over 30 over 30, probably over 40 Hall of Famers.
Oh,
all
yeah.
wore Yankee uniform at some point, or most of their careers, and went in as Yankees.
Yep.
So you know, that's, you know, a lot of these guys, and yeah, it's fun. I love history, but I love the New York Yankees at the same time. And when I can do both of them, and Charles does too, he does great. Guys, so tune in Monday, March 16th.
Yeah.
During the ire of March at 7 o'clock.
Yes, as we get closer to Yankee baseball, real time.
Hey,
Oh
guys,
yeah.
This week is Friday the 13th again. So
Yeah, the last one was pretty lucky. Let's keep it going, baby. Let's keep it going. You
Just
know?
don't walk under 7 ladders and break 7 mirrors, and you know, get a black cat to cross the street with you.
Yeah, really. You know, absolutely insane. So, so how's everybody doing today? What's going on? What are you guys doing aside from all this eating, this food that sounds yummy today, everyone? So tell us what's up. And this guy's eating too. How do you like that one? How do
Hey,
you like that? How do you like that?
we talk about food all the time. So guess what? Might as well eat on while we're on stream.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have my chicken.
I'll give you guys 3 guesses what I'm eating right now.
Cereal.
Cat food.
It's an Indian delicacy.
Cat food.
Baklava.
Baklava.
Baba
Baklava.
da boo boo boo.
Baklava.
I thought that was Greek.
Baklava.
Yeah, it's Indian.
No.
too.
It's an Indian version. There's a Greek version. There's a Turkish version, and then there's even a Norwegian version of.
Oh, Joe, next time we have the get together, I'll make sure I'll bring the Indian delicacies. For you
Yeah, I've
guys.
been waiting for this for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
This guy, he says, I'm going to bring this, and I'm going to bring that, and I'm going to do this. And what does he do? Nothing.
Hey, my team and I does a lot of stuff for you guys.
Yeah. Get the violin.
Definitely bring some Indian delicacies.
All right.
Oh,
And then
Joe, I'm gonna be in Staten Island this weekend, March 14th. I'll send you the flyer. We're doing something with my mentor, Lennon Marshall. If you want to come by,
Oh, really?
yeah, I'll send you the flyer. So,
Oh, no. Where are you?
so let me bring this up. Okay, guys, whoever's in the New Jersey, New York area, or what do you call it, Staten Island area, we're doing something with my mentor. Well, I'll bring up the. All right, ready?
Yeah.
So March 14th from 3:30 to 5:30 will be at Susan Wagner Hill School
Oh, okay.
in Manor Road. We're doing something with him, with Leonard, and everybody else. So it's a good event. Please come by, Joe. If you're available, you should come.
Yeah, that's more towards Brooklyn. That's more on the other side because I'm more towards New Jersey, as you know. But it's possible. But I do know where we're doing a Yankee game. What is that? That's Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a daytime Yankee game.
Okay.
But we'll give it a try. Why not? Of course, no question about it. So, thank you for letting everybody know. And is it an event to pay? What do the people do?
I mean, they can donate too, and then buy tickets. But for you, I'll try to get you in there for free. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, no, that's not what I was saying for everybody. I'm not saying for me. I'm just saying, like in general. That would be great. Hey guys, also, I took a little peek today. Everybody's still looking, and if you haven't seen the 1.5 minute retirement of Phil Cuzzy, you got to go to it, everyone. It's very popular, and that also people go there to really know that we were the ones that broke the story right here on NY Yankee Mania. And that's all thanks to Nithin and his sports team for bringing him on. And so we're very proud of it. And if you haven't stopped by in NY Yankee Mania, take a look at the video. That's one of our videos that are by itself with Tom Gordon.
Yeah.
Because we spliced it. We believe that those were two of our – they're all good. They're all great. But those were two outstanding interviews. And you don't have to wait too long because that's like 1.5 minutes where he announces his retirement from umpiring in Major League Baseball after 30 years. So kudos to that. And we've had it out there. There's a few hundred people that already clicked in and watched the whole event, watched the full minute. So thank you, everyone. Keep it going.
Guys, whoever wants to support my mentor, Leonard, the website is called bagtheviolence.com if you want to donate too. So
why don't you put it in the chat like this? Everybody, it'll stay there. Sure.
Let me do that right now. Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah, guys, get your questions ready for McKenna too in the chat.
Yes, everybody, please get it ready. And it's going to be a really nice, a really cool interview because she's done so much at a very young age. And we're really looking forward to the interview. We really are.
Okay, I'm putting this in the chat now for you guys to help support. We're doing for a good cause. Okay, I just put the website link in the chat.
Awesome. And don't forget, everybody, 105 today. Where it's the Yankees and the Phillies. The Yankees are traveling to the Phillies. You're going to see Luis Seal. Everything, and we'll go over the lineup in a little while. And then tonight, we're going to have right here on NY Yankee Mania, Italy versus the United States, the World Baseball Classic, play-by-play with yours truly and Ken from the Yankees Ugly Truth, who'll be simulcasting that on the Yankees Ugly Truth. So come one, come all. Let's root for the United States. If you're Italian, let's root for Italy.
The mozzarella, the tomato, the chicken pava.
Right. And let's keep it nice and civil, and may the best team win. We got to be good sports about it. And I grew up like that. A lot of people would say, "Oh, you got to work United States and Italy. You have to vote for Italy." No, I don't. They're both. I honor Italy for my dad and my dad's side of the family. I honor the United States for not only myself but my mom and some family members. So I can't. You can't. My roots are in the United States, but my heart is also in Italy, in Sicily, Italy, because I have wonderful relatives, aunts, uncles, cousins, which you could probably fill half a Yankee Stadium with my family. So it's very big. It's a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to some Italy people listening to the game tonight, which I already know 5 people from Italy, a couple of relatives and a couple of friends have told me already that they're going to listen. I sent out emails to them. So it's going to be happening tonight, guys. It should be a lot of fun.
And I feel like we're going to get a lot of views for this too.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun, and it should be a lot of views, everyone. Again, we will be on NY Yankee Mania simulcasting, also on the Yankees, The Ugly Truth. This Yankee game today is on Yankees, The Ugly Truth, and simulcasting on NY Yankee Mania. So we just make a switch. But remember, you go on both. You don't have to stay on one. You give love to both channels, and they both get views. And that's what's important here, because the more views we get, the more YouTube and all the rest send it out. And I can't stress that. And the likes. The likes are very important, everyone.
Oh, wow. I got some news here.
Go ahead.
Julio, you guys remember Julio Teheran, the pitcher?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he announced his retirement after 13 years with the Braves, Angels, Tigers, Brewers, and Mets. The right-handed made 2 All-Star teams. Hold on. I think.
So you're retiring before the season instead of after the season?
Yeah, I think no teams were in. I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. He's 35 years old.
Okay.
Okay. But he still had a good, solid career.
Yeah, the injuries hurt him at the end, though.
Yeah.
But
I think that's.
I think he. Do you guys think he's Hall of Fame worthy? No, right?
No.
Probably borderline, but
Borderline.
he's definitely worthy of a conversation. I'll say that.
Yeah, without a doubt. He definitely will be in there. But I'll tell you, you want to talk about conversational piece. Like I was talking off the air with Ken from the Yankees, The Ugly Truth, and we have there's a lot of faith out there. And you got to hear the numbers on Will Warren as a rookie. I mean, he outpitched strikeout artists in the first year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Randy Johnson and a Nolan Ryan, and I mean, incredible.
Yeah.
And the difference between Warren this year is that he's coming after the hitters. That's what you guys got to love about Ken. He sees all this. He's an ex-pitcher, and he knows the difference when you're nibbling and when you're really. And this year, you could say he's saying, "Freak it." You want to hit me, you're going to hit me with my best stuff. And that's what he's doing. And
Hit me with your best shot.
What?
Hit me with your best.
Hit your best shot.
There you go. And he's and that's there you go. But he has the best ERA this spring training, along with Luis Hill.
Oh yeah, Will Warren. Yeah,
Burr.
Joe and Sean and everybody in the chat. Let me tell you about one thing about Will Warren. We had the opportunity to work with him a lot in the minors. We did a couple events with him. This kid is a young hard worker, and he has improved a lot with this command for sure. So I think he's going to be a big piece for our. That's why this is a type of pitcher that you don't trade right away, because someone goes down with the injury, he can just step right up, and you know what you're going to get out of him. And so far this spring, Joe, and you're right. He has proved a lot, and he's throwing more harder, but he's mixing his pitches more too. So
yeah. And the Bulldog's point, Billow's point, Bulldog. But yeah, he's turning himself into a Bulldog. Right now, he's a pit bull on that mound.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, the reason I say that is this: 178 strikeouts last year, and that's a rookie record.
Yeah, there's a lot. You never believe it because everybody remembers the bad 2 games that he had. One, of course, with against the Dodgers.
Yeah.
That's what people remember him by, and it's a shame because he really filled in nicely, and
Yeah.
he gave them a lot of innings for a rookie. So, Bill
No,
O's 61 players and executives that played for the Yankees are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, 61, yeah.
Wow, 61 and 6. That was a good year for the Yankees. 1961, baby. Wow. Don't forget, everyone, Yankees Phillies today at 1 p.m. on NY Yankee Mania, and of course the Yankees the ugly.
And you know what? There should be 3 more Yankees in the Hall of Fame.
What, Clemens?
Well, Clemens
Rodriguez?
deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, but whether he's a Yankee or not,
Pettit.
but Thurman Munson, yeah, Pettit deserves to be in the Hall of Fame as well. But Thurman Munson, Don Mattingly, and Bobby Mercer deserve to have it, and even Roger Maris. I know that there's still a petition out for Roger Maris.
Listen, as much as I love Bobby Mercer, I don't think, unfortunately, I mean, he had great years, but I don't think it's Hall of Fame. But I do believe that he's in Monument Park, yes.
Okay, well, Monument Park. I think he deserves to have a Ring of Honor in Yankees Ring of Honor, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and the Yankees are doing an injustice because they should be honoring Kay Mercer and honoring Bobby Mercer for everything he's done for that organization. And I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. And Bobby Mercer fans should really stick up and really let the Yankees have it because they're missing the boat here. If you put in Billy Martin, Bobby Mercer deserves to be in the Monument Park more than Billy Martin. I don't want to hear it.
They should unretire Billy Martin's number.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's one number. If they decide to unretire, that's one number that should be unretired.
Yes. Number one. When I see number one, I think of Bobby Mercer. I don't think of Billy Martin. No disrespect to him. May rest in peace. But that is not deserving from everything that Bobby Mercer did for this ball club. And they're not honoring them. And I think that, that's one thing, man. That would be the first question to Hal Steinbrenner. Why is this man not in the Walk of Fame, the Hall of Fame, in Monument Park at Yankee Stadium, when he gave his life and when he got traded, he was sick to his stomach for like 3 weeks. When he came back, he was the happiest man in the whole world. It was the happiest day besides the fact when he married Kay. So I don't understand the logic to that. And believe me, I am more than willing to start whatever we have to make sure that Bobby Mercer belongs in Monument Park. There should be a day for him and his family and retire. And Billy Martin is not deserving of having number one in Monument Park, or at least share it.
Yeah, like they did with Bill Dickey and Yogi with number 8.
Yes,
and so then number 30. Number 30 is not retired, but there's plaques for obviously Willie Randolph and what's his name? That used to be our pitching coach.
Mel Stoudemire.
Yeah, Mel Stoudemire.
Yeah, Mel Stoudemire. I had a brain fart for a minute, but no. The reason I was saying Thurman Munson deserves to be like there. We need to do something. The Hall of Fame.
Thurman Munson is in Monument.
Yeah, he's in Monument Park, and his number's retired, and that's rightfully so. And you still got a locker for him.
Right.
And Lou, but you look at his numbers in his career. It's right up there with all the Hall of Fame catchers, especially the ones in his era, the Johnny Benches.
Listen, in growing up, we had Thurman Munson and Johnny Bench and Carlton Fisk.
Mm-hmm.
So you want the best defensive catcher? would be probably Johnny Bench, with Thurman Munson just a nick off, just a nick. But hitting wise, I'd rather have Thurman Munson in the clutch any day, any time, any year. Carlton Fisk was good. I'm not going to take that away from him, but I have to put him third out of those top three.
Carlton Fisk, he was at the Philly show this weekend. I saw some videos of him with Frank Thomas. Yeah, so this weekend, if you guys don't know about the Philly show, every year or every few months they do the Philly show at the convention center. We were there at the first time, but a whole bunch of players come out from different sports. It's great. So I saw a video, someone taking a video of Carlton Fisk signing, and then Frank Thomas comes behind him and he gives him a pat on the back, and they chop it up for a little bit, man. That was cool. Thomas. To see the video of that, to see Frank Thomas chopping it up with Carlton Fisk, both of them best ever to do it in the game of baseball.
Oh yeah, but and that's another thing I really love about baseball. You see the respect that a lot of these people have for the prior generation. Like you hear the way they talk, but then when you see them meet, like when they would show you, like Pete Rose was at a game right when he was still alive, right? Mm-hmm. And Pete Rose would be sitting in among the fans, and I think somebody had asked Aaron Judge, and Aaron Judge goes, "Oh, because they showed a video of Aaron Judge talking to Pete Rose before an at bat or something." But then when the press was asking, he goes, "You mean that's the international hit king, or that's the national? That's the hit king. You gotta talk to him."
Yeah.
Great.
But you could tell Judge had respect for him.
I agree. Totally. As we get closer to the 12 o'clock hour and our interview with Miss Guerrero, she's going to be coming on in a little while.
MYCKENA Guerrero.
Yep. And
MYCKENA Guerrero.
we're going to go to it in just a couple of seconds. And I think I see the star of the show here. And if she gives me a thumbs up, we will bring her up. MYCKENA, can you give us a thumbs up that you're ready? I don't know if she hears us. We're going to try. Anyway, everybody, what we've been waiting for, and the life of MYCKENA Guerrero, who's a little bit of everything. Just it's not even right for me to say exactly everything that she does, because she's so amazing and everything, and she's going to explain everything. So why don't we just bring her up and welcome her to NY Yankee Mania. Hi, how are you? Welcome to NY Yankee Mania. It's Joe and Sean. Do you hear us? Yes? No?
Hi, MYCKENA. Can you hear us?
Hi, yes, now I can.
All right. How you doing? Welcome to NY Yankee Mania, Joe and Sean.
Okay. I can hear you, but I can't hear him.
You can't hear Sean?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me? You can't hear me? She's not hearing me.
But I can only hear you.
Wow, yesterday was reverse. I don't know what's going on. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So you don't hear me at all. Oh boy. Do you want maybe you go off and come back on? We'll try that. Yeah, tell her that, Sean. Tell her to reset. Reboot.
Do you mind refreshing, MYCKENA, and maybe that'll fix some of the audio issues?
Yes, let me see.
Sorry, guys, but live TV sometimes the audio.
We had that issue yesterday, and don't understand why we're not. Yesterday we couldn't hear. What was it? The guys, but today. Hold on. Let's see. Hi, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Yay, we did it.
Yes.
The magic of TV. How you doing? Welcome to NY Yankee Mania. Thank you so much for taking time of your busy schedule. And we appreciate it. It's Joe and Sean here again. and some of the people will have some questions for you. But we're going to start out with, first of all, tell us how you got to this wonderful journey that you're on as a young, beautiful woman in this industry. So tell us how it all got started, McKenna. Go ahead. The floor is all yours.
So first of all, thank you so much for having me. Where this all started, I feel like growing up, I always really loved sports. My family's huge sports fans, and my brother played football. I played basketball. My sister did a lot of stuff in track. But my mom was actually a president of an AYF and Pop Warner football team. So
Nice.
growing up on Saturdays, my sister and I were helping out with like chain gang. We were the water girls. We were the snack shack. We were doing everything, but that was kind of like our Saturday mornings. We would get up at 6 a.m. and then leave the fields at like 8 o'clock at night. So I just feel like football was kind of like in our blood. It was something that was like basically predicted what our week was going to be like, so I just kind of fell in love with it. And I knew that I always loved storytelling, because being around so many different families and kids, you would hear so many stories about them and just how much they loved the game, and just kind of like different routes of life that people had. And then when I was in community college, there was a sports broadcasting program. So I started that, and I immediately like fell in love with it. Cause as soon as I walked through the door, I was like, okay, McKenna, I don't have a plan B. So it's either like, we really love this, or I don't know what the heck we're going to do with our life. But yeah, as soon as I walked in the door, I fell in love with it. And then now I'm here. When I started the sports broadcasting program, almost like 6 months later, I got an opportunity with maxpreps.com working in high school sports. I was around like 20 years old at the time. So I was really, really young, and it was just something that like I just really fell in love with. And, I started off as a video editor, actually. Didn't really know how to do that at first. And then I got an opportunity to start covering games. And then since then, that's kind of what I've been doing, kind of like the digital reporting and social media, and done a lot of different marketing things. I've done a little bit of PR, kind of done a lot of different things in the industry. But yeah, I think telling stories and doing social and all of that, that's my bread and butter right there.
Well, first of all, the compliment I want to give you is you said college and all of this. You barely look like you're 13 or 14 years old. I mean, that's number one.
I'm 30. I'm actually going to be 31 in like a week and a half. So.
Wow. Oh, wow. Well, happy early birthday.
That's old by any means.
My fellow March baby right here.
There you go.
When is your birthday?
This Saturday, the 14th.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we don't have to say that to no. When is your birthday, McKenna?
March 22nd.
Oh, okay. So let's see. All right. So you know what? Being the fact that you were nice enough to come on, then when we want to do this for you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Oh, sorry. Wait, what can you say? Or can you repeat that?
Can you hear that?
Happy birthday.
No? Well, we have a singer, Maria Venuto, singing Happy Birthday to you.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I'm sorry you couldn't hear it, but everybody heard
okay.
it.
No, thank you so much.
Maria Venuto does a lot of cruises, and she's been on TV a lot. She does the Columbus Day parades and all of that. So she sings the national anthem for us.
Wow,
and
that's
happy
amazing.
birthday and all kinds of stuff. So you're deserving of the happy birthday and early happy birthday.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Of course. So now one thing that also interests me of what you do is with the high school sports. So many people are going to that direction. Tell us about it, and why is that so important or so exciting to you?
High school sports is absolutely amazing. I feel like it's because you see these young athletes before they're big time. and especially covering them on a national level, you see, these guys and girls that are like 4 stars and 5 stars. And it's like, at the end of the day, they're still kids, which is crazy. I mean, looking back at like 5, 10 years ago, I mean, now it's completely changed with NIL and everything. Like, no one was making money back then like that. But it's just absolutely amazing. I've been blessed to cover a lot of athletes that have, gone to the NFL and the NBA. And I think just seeing them going on to the next level and having their dreams come true, that's what it's all about. That's why I love covering high school sports.
And true fashion. And I think I mean, from what I've seen, some videos and stuff, yeah, I mean, you're tremendous at it, and I can see why.
Thank you.
And you should be very proud of what you're doing, and keep doing it, because you're really special for it. Did you ever think about maybe even announcing a little bit of some of the games and see if that would interest you to expand your horizons a little bit? How do you feel about that?
You know what? Actually, when I was doing my sports broadcasting program, I did do play-by-play for basketball.
Oh,
And I mean, I do love like sideline reporting and stuff like that. But yeah, I have done like play-by-play. And that's so much fun. I love doing play-by-play for basketball just because I played when I was in high school. I mean, obviously, I didn't go to the WNBA or play in college or anything, but it's fun because it's just, you kind of get to analyze people's game when you know the game, and when you were like training to kind of go to the next level. So I don't know. I really do like that aspect too. But I do love the whole storytelling, the one-on-one kind of connections, those relationships. That's why I love journalism.
Oh
that's what.
wow.
Sean, you got a question before we take a couple from the people? Go ahead.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, the comment. Thank you for coming on, taking the time out for us. And yeah, I played basketball throughout high school, middle school, or even the wide ball when I didn't think I could make it big team, big schools, 'cause I moved around a lot. But and I know what you're talking about, that's from a former player, and then when you're covering it, it's a whole lot different because you can see like the fundamentals and when players use certain things, whether they box out, the square out, just
Mm-hmm.
different things. Um, but so, what made you really dive deep in not only just covering, responding, but helping all these players as like on a PR side and helping them get ready for those next level?
I'm a true believer that everybody has a story. And I think covering high school sports, this was even like so I have a 5-year-old son. And I think even like before, I feel like people are people, you know what I mean? And I feel like if you're good to people and you treat people like human beings, like I know, we all work in the media, and I tell people all the time, not everybody in the media is trying to ruin your life. I'm not trying to ruin anybody's life. I'm here to tell people stories. I'm here to tell honest stories, not here to, make up gossip, the clickbait. But I just feel like if you genuinely want to get to know somebody, whether it's for an article or anything like that, just like a relationship base, you just have to be a genuine person, And I feel like, what do they say? You get more bees with honey or some,
Yes.
whatever that saying
Yeah,
Right.
is, you know what I mean? But
Yes.
I
Yes.
think, and people see it. Like, people know if you're being genuine or if you're being fake. And I think that's the whole relationship aspect, I think, is the majority of how like people can get to the next level in this business. So to me, that's just super important.
Well, real important to stay the way you are, because the
Thank
more
you.
you keep doing that, the more chances that everything and everybody knows. We can already see it, how genuine you are to the public. So
Thank
it's only
you.
going to get better from here. And trust me, it's just an amazing feat of what you've been doing. And I'm also intrigued on how did you hook up with. Of course, Nithin and our media, brought us. We're so thankful that you came on from them. How did you guys hook up? How did that start?
So I actually saw that he was representing Deb Woodcock, who is someone that I love and I work with and respect so much. And so I saw just like how he was promoting her and everything. And I looked at his page and I saw that he was promoting like a bunch of different people. And I just loved kind of like how he would do things with foundations and everything, because that's very like important to me. Like, one day if God blesses me with a platform, I would love to help, give back to the community if in any way I can. And to me, like when athletes or, celebrities do that, I think that's absolutely incredible. So just seeing him and just seeing, the relations that he has built, I felt like that was the perfect fit for me.
Awesome. Awesome. That, really. Well, we have a couple of questions for you. First of all, we have Teresa in the chat. These are people in the email. They're not able to watch the show, but they can listen, all of that. And then they watch it later on. So Teresa says, thank you so much for coming on. We love it that women in sports are growing and growing. And we need people like you to be energetic and unbelievable, especially to teach the high school people. What would you say to a young girl that may want to get into the business or is thinking about it? How would you tell them to approach becoming, either an announcer or play sports and enjoy it instead of being scared?
I think the biggest thing is you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. You are going to be thrown to the wolves right off the bat, especially if this is something that you want to do. And I feel like it's kind of like I said before, stick to who you are. Be a genuine person. And I think when like there's so much like imposter syndrome and like, comparing to other people's journeys, and just know that no journey is the same. Like if you look at anyone that's made it big time, like you see that no path is ever the same. And I think that's one thing like that, women and just people in general need to understand is that, if things are meant to be, like it'll happen, but you have to work you have to work really, really hard. And I feel like even, being a woman in sports, you have to work extremely, like even a lot harder, because there are people that are going to be like, well, I know you never played football, so how can you talk about it? How can you interview these athletes? But then it's like that's where your unique personality comes in. That's where the relationships come in. That's where the storytelling comes in. And I just think if you really, really want something, put yourself out there and, you know, and just be who you are. It's very easy to get into the, looking and comparing yourself on social media and everything. I mean, we all do it, but at the same time, it's like if you want to be different and you want to stand out, then you just have to embrace your qualities and just know that not everybody is going to like you, and that's okay.
And you're right. And you have to have a stomach in this business because not everybody's going to like you, and not everybody, and not everybody shares your opinion. I don't know if you know it or not, but on Sunday, I'm sure you knew it was Women's Day.
Mhm.
And first of all, I'm a big believer in women in sports. That is like very big in my book. So we dedicated the show to everyone. So being the fact that I didn't meet you yet, so now I could tell you, first of all, it's dedicated to you, of course, and to everyone. It was very successful, and I love the comments that were coming our way for it. And we can't thank you enough because there's not enough. The women that are out there right now do a tremendous job. You have a New York Yankee beat reporter, Meredith Marakowitz. You have Lauren Sahadi on the MLB network. You have so many people that inspirations, and we need more like that. I love women umpires. I love women managers, coaches. They have to be there. They should be there. CEOs and we've had CEOs on here that are amazing, totally amazing. And when I see, oh yeah, like you had mentioned, oh, you never played. Well, too bad. I, I never played. I never played football. I know. So does so I'm no. I can't do this. I mean, come on. But no, the what you do, just keep doing it, and I'm telling you, you're gonna reach for the star. I mean, you're great as it is. I mean,
Thank
just the
you.
Sports Illustrated alone is amazing. We have another question. This is from Ava. She says, "Thank you so much for coming on. Great inspiration. And what is your ultimate goal right now? What is it that you really would love to accomplish at this young age? Because you have so much time left in this business."
That's a good question. I feel like the industry is constantly changing. And I am actually very, very thankful that I started off on the digital side. Because I feel like, we've all seen it. That's how it's turning. But I think like growing up, I always wanted to be like an NFL sideline reporter. But I think now, like looking at it, if I am able to keep doing what I'm doing and to make a difference, I think that's my ultimate goal. Like I want to keep telling story. If I am blessed to be able to do this for the rest of my life, I would be extremely happy.
Yeah, definitely sounds it. We have another one from Kevin, and Kevin asks, "What was your greatest interview, and what are you so proud of so far?"
Oh, my greatest interview. I feel like I've had a lot of great interviews. But I think it was so I covered Bryce Young really in depth when he was in high school and he transferred to Modern Day. And, there was a lot of people that counted him out because, he was a little bit undersized. And I think just seeing him going to Alabama and then him winning a Heisman, him being the number one pick in the draft. And then a year and a half ago, I actually saw him at the Aaron Rodgers RX charity event. And then I was able to interview him again. And it was just really cool being able to like see someone that covered when he was like 16, 17 years old. And, he remembered me. And I feel like that was really cool because, and then I know like, not that I made a difference in his life, but that there was obviously like some sort of an impact there because he did remember. But it just, like I said before, I think it's just really cool to see like a lot of these guys go on to the next level. And then me having a son that's 5, he's in flag football right now. So I know that he's got like great men and women to look up to that I was fortunate enough to cover when they were little.
Oh yes. And
Yeah. No, go ahead, Sean.
well, speaking of flag football, in 2028, when the Olympics are in LA, flag football is going to be an Olympic event for men and women. And what are your thoughts on that? I mean, as an overall sports fan, to have a
Oh,
fan, something we played in gym class just to get by. Now it's going to be
right.
an Olympic event.
Oh my gosh. I think it is absolutely.
Oh,
Well, she thought so much of it that she jumped out of her seat. There it is. I'm sure she'll come back. She's very, very inspirational. Oh my God. I mean, very young age. I mean, she looks like oh, there she is. Okay. Well, now she's gone again. And we'll get a, that's live. That's live TV, folks. So hang in there. I'm sure she's going to come back. Now we lost Sean. Oh boy. I'm losing everybody today. Okay. Let's try this. There we are.
Okay. There we go.
We lost you and Sean at the same time.
That is so. No, I think it is absolutely amazing. I think like just being like a woman and seeing like how girls flag football has just skyrocketed is incredible. I actually had the opportunity to talk to Deanna Flores at the Super Bowl this year. and it was so cool seeing her. I mean, just from like one Latina to another, like growing up, there was not a lot of representation in, sports in general, and just seeing everything that she's done for the sport. And now, like, even at the high school level, like McKenna Cook, she just received the first D1 offer from a Power 4 school. So it just seeing like how much it's growing and just so fast is absolutely amazing. I think it's giving so much more opportunity. Like I was telling my sister the other day, I was like, man, I wish they had that when, I was in high school, because I mean, we did powder puff and stuff like that but
Hmm.
for an actual sport, like, okay, that's something that I definitely would have played. So I think it's just so cool to see.
Wow.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, like you said, that was one of the activities in gym class you really looked forward to it. But then
Hmm.
now that it's grown from 20 years ago, that was just a gym class activity, to now they have it competitive in high schools, and then now you got, Olympics, and you get the celebrities, the athletes in the NFL, they come and help out and
Yeah.
promote it, and I'm like, that's just so awesome. But yeah.
Teresa asks, as far as sports in general, which sport do you really follow, and who is your favorite team?
Oh, okay. So football is definitely my favorite sport. I am a Steelers fan. But growing up, I grew up in San Diego, so my family and I had season tickets to the Chargers for like 7 years. So we were at Qualcomm all the time, and I think that was another reason why like I loved sports too. It just like going to games and everything, and just being a part of the atmosphere. But yeah, my whole family is diehard Steelers fans. Like we bring out the terrible towels. Like it just, we're very excited to see what happens this year. It's been a long couple
Oh
years.
yeah.
But yes, that is definitely the team.
Cool.
Were,
Great.
were you surprised that Mike Tomlin stepped down after 19 years? Or do you?
No, no, I think it was time. Like personally, I think he's an amazing coach. You know what I mean? Like you don't have 19 winning seasons.
Mhm.
But I think, there's a time for everything, and I think it was just time. I think we're ready for a new era for
Yeah.
Steeler Nation.
You're right.
But yeah, that's
Uh,
good.
Katie has a question. She says, "What do you enjoy most about being a sports creator?"
Oh, you know what? I think the crazy part, obviously when COVID happened, everything kind of changed, and social media just became like what everyone kind of had to pivot and do, whether you worked in news or anything like that. So I love editing, but because I love doing an interview and then editing it, because I feel like there's such a different aspect of storytelling, and it just adds so much more elements when you're able to either put in like pictures or highlights, and just like you're telling your own story through like what you're creating. And I think that's something that I love, whether it's doing it for a person or like a team or like a brand. I just feel like there's so many aspects in editing and creating that is storytelling.
Yeah, you mentioned something funny, not funny, but what's going through my head, your storytelling, and one of the things that would be as amazing right now, that's obviously always been popular, but now crazy with women on the sidelines, is reporting for WWE. If you talk about storytelling and being in the limelight in the back, and going back and forth, especially with the superstars of the WWE, the women, the men, that would be something, I think, that would be something that you might enjoy down the line, if in fact you like storytelling and you like to be in there. There's very, very big opportunities in that limelight. So, I just think
Oh,
it
yeah.
might be something for you to consider if you haven't, because it's open, and the women in the back, they do a tremendous job, tremendous, and you could see it that it's just going that way. It's all Kathy Kelly and a few others that just keep on going on with that, and that might be something for you and down the line, because they do a tremendous job doing that. They're storytelling.
Well, there's times this wrestling, finally catch up. I mean, it's long overdue having a women broadcaster or
Yes,
reporter in the backstage. I mean, look at all the work that Stephanie McMahon did.
Yeah.
When she wrestled and then she was executive. She took her dad's job from him. So
yeah,
she did a lot better than her dad.
A lot of athletes, of course, join in on WrestleManias and all of that. So it's just something, to think about down the line, as a creator, as storytelling. And if that's what you really enjoy, that's just something to consider. And you never know.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I've seen the background to it. I've covered the WWE. As a matter of fact, we do play-by-play of WrestleManias and Royal Rumbles and all of that. We have that coming up very soon. So, we look forward to it. And the background is great. But the one thing it's really missing is a woman play-by-play in WWE. Yes, they're in the background. They do. But now it's time for the new era. And now, it would be something for people, a lot of people to consider. So when people ask me, I always say that. I always say you should, if you love something like that, to get into that, and you could be the first one to actually do play-by-play, I think it'd be amazing. Also, I would love to have a woman play-by-play caller for national broadcast of the NFL.
Oh yeah.
Just
that would that would be something.
Yeah, I mean, you got a lot of
no question.
I know women would probably call it better than some of these men that call it.
Oh, definitely. Are you kidding? Without a doubt. Or even a PA, Another question from Mike, and Mike asks, how are you with baseball? Are you any type of a baseball fan? And who do you follow, if anybody?
Yeah, so growing up in San Diego, we did go to Padre games and stuff like that. I actually had an internship with Spectrum News 1 in SoCal, so that's where, the Lakers and the Dodgers are, and I definitely feel like I became more of a Dodgers fan, and then, I mean, how can you not? They're absolutely
I can tell you a million reasons why not, but that's
yeah, no, I know, sorry, guys.
No, I'm just...
yeah, but yes, I do love, I do enjoy baseball. I actually, when I was doing my broadcasting program, we would do play-by-play for baseball, and that was really cool. That was so different. And then we actually started doing more sideline reporting with that as well, and that was really, really cool. I really, really enjoyed that. And then baseball was actually the first time that I did sit down interviews with anybody. So that was kind of how I really got into it as well. Baseball was the first thing that I really covered in depth.
Teresa now asks also, how can we find you? Because you haven't really talked about where you can be found and to see all the wonderful material you put out. So take it away, by all means. Promote where you can be found, because I would love to promote it for you and put it on our community for you. Go ahead.
Thank you. So I actually work for a high school on Sports Illustrated, so you can find any articles that I do on there. You can find any videos or interviews on high school on Sports Illustrated, the Instagram, X, TikTok, and then my personal, I do post a lot of interviews that I've done behind the scenes, just life moments there. MYCKENA_G. It's MYCKENA MYCKENA_G. So that's where you can find me.
Yeah, you heard that first. You heard that, guys. Everybody heard it. And we have Bronx Bomber says, "What's your biggest thrill doing what you do?"
The biggest thrill is I feel like when I go to these games and like covering a team for a whole season, it just like I think it just goes back to the whole relationship standpoint. You build this connection with the team, with the players, with the parents, and just seeing how much they've progressed over the season, and especially when they, make it to that, state championship, and they get that state title, and maybe they were overlooked or something like that. Like those are the moments where I don't know, it's just really rewarding and fulfilling. But then it's also, like I mentioned before, just seeing these athletes, like they work so hard to get to, where they want to go, and then seeing them actually go on and accomplish their dreams. Like another one that I just had like another full circle moment was Trevor Lawrence. I covered him when he was at the Elite 11 at the opening in Beaverton, Oregon. And then I saw him at a Gatorade event just a couple months ago at the Super Bowl, and just seeing him again and being able to interview him again, now that he's in the, NFL, he's got a daughter now, he's got a family. It's just really cool to see. I think those are kind of the most rewarding moments.
Well, we
Oh,
have this is pretty cool. They were asking you, has anybody said that you look like somebody very famous?
When I was little,
I'm going to tell you who she said you look like, and this is again Teresa.
okay.
And I'm looking at you and thinking of the person. Yeah, I see a resemblance. But go ahead, you tell me.
When I was little, when High School Musical first came out, they a lot of people would say that I look like Vanessa Hudgens. That was who I would get a lot when I was little.
Okay. Well, yeah, I could see the resemblance there, but according to Teresa, she says you look like country singer Leanne. I guess I'm saying it wrong.
Leon Rhymes.
Yep.
Right.
She sees some of your reactions, the way you smile.
Uh-huh.
My God, she says and she says that's a huge compliment because she's very pretty.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I've never gotten that before, but thank you.
I think, yeah. After this one, we may be getting that because that's what she's saying. So
That's so funny.
you got a great compliment, and yes, and you're phonetic, and that's what's great. You just portraying what you're doing is just amazing. You got to be very proud. Your family's got to be very proud of you. And we only know you for 10 minutes, but I got to tell you, and I tell everybody because I envy what you're doing, and I can tell you with NY Yankee Mania sends out that we're very proud.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Here. And we do have a little gift, a little surprise for you that we're gonna bring up for you, and you may know this girl or this man. There he is.
Yeah.
Hey.
MYCKENA, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. First of all, thank you for joining Joe and Sean. They're amazing, and my team and I, all the guests that's been on the show has been through us, and we can add you to the list now on the show, and that's why we wanted to bring MYCKENA on here too. That's why I'm happy that she chose us as a brand, an agency brand, and we're working on a lot of things for her right now as we speak. So she is such an inspiration, amazing woman. She has a son, and he plays flag football, which we're big into flag football. And we had last week or 2 weeks ago, we launched a women's flag football league with the New York Jets called the ECAC. And I want to get MYCKENA involved in that too eventually. So with the ECAC, but stay tuned, guys, because a lot of things are happening at once here, and I think MYCKENA's journey is going to skyrocket it even more. And
I have no doubt.
Her and Deb, and for us to represent Deb and her, and obviously being good friends with Deb, and Deb spoke highly of you actually to us, and obviously vice versa, and obviously working on high school sports on SI and doing all that, and seeing your content, and I'm happy that you're a part of us, and we're helping you, helping everybody out. So that's why I wanted to bring her on here so I can speak more about her journey. And like I said, her journey is amazing. And not only that, she's also ambassador for Celsius. So that's another big thing that she's doing. And kudos to her for doing that. Celsius is a big energy drink right there, right now, popular. And for her to be part of that is something special. And that's what stood out to me. All the things that she's doing, and obviously being a mother at the same time and providing for her son. And we're going to help her out a lot. Like I said, we got a lot of things in the works for her in her side of the state. And I want to get her more involved in our stuff here in New Jersey, New York. So stay tuned. McKenna is going to be on the map. She's already on the map, but she's going to be even more on the map. And she represents women in sports well. And like I said, women, we need more recognition for them, and especially with all the, like I said, the girls flag football being part of the ECAC, helping them out with the New York Jets. And it's amazing to see how they can have another platform to enjoy a sport they want to play, and for that to be in the Olympics. And guys, everybody in the chat, women's flag football is going to be in the Olympics. You heard that here. Women's flag football is going to be in the Olympics, and 2028. And I think a lot of things are going to happen there. So kudos to everyone, and especially McKenna. Like I said, I'm grateful to be working with you and helping you out, and helping your son out too in any way. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, without a doubt, you're now part of the show. So anytime you want to come back, you have some stuff you want to get out, by all means. Our show, su casa, our casa es su casa. So
thank you so much.
And I mean that with all my heart.
Joe, I do have the picture of what Teresa was saying about McKenna. Let me see. McKenna, let me see if you look like her. Ready? The country singer.
That's so funny. I have never ever gotten that before.
Yeah,
she is really pretty.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yep.
Oh, and she's a really talented singer too.
Yeah. Awesome.
And I think Teresa, it looks like I can see the rebel. I can see it.
Yeah,
I can see some of the resemblance.
Yeah.
And the characteristics.
Usually I pick that stuff out, but this time our listener heard that. So, but we would love to keep hearing your journey anytime. Like I said, and we have an entertainment channel that we're introducing also. So we're going to be doing like world sports, all kinds of stuff. So if there's anything you want to get out, you want to cover, or anything, you just let us know. You let us know, and we'd be happy if we could be a small part of anything that you guys do. We're here for you.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for giving me the platform to come on here and tell my story and to get to know y'all as well.
Right, and again, happy birthday!
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
And, we'll give you a shout out on that day.
And you know what, Joe? You know what we can do is. I can reach out to Deb also. Maybe we can do a big women's panel around that time with Tony. So Tony Ferrara, she's another client of us. We added her recently, and we can do like a women's panel with McKenna, Deb, and Tony if you want, and we can add more.
Yeah, not if I want.
Oh yeah,
that's a must.
Yeah,
with everybody. I mean, listen, that's the trend. That's the way it's going, and. You know me, I'm like number one in that they, you guys rule. So you don't have to twist my arm. You put that show together. Let's do it. Let's 100%.
So let's work on that. We'll definitely make that happen.
Yeah. And again, the happiest of birthdays. Continue what you're doing. You're amazing, and
thank you.
we just love it that you picked us to come on and tell your story, and we want to see the journey. We're already proud to say that you were on our show, and thank you so much, and keep up the great work, and God bless your son. Do you have a son? Well, God bless your son. He should only know he has a wonderful mom.
Oh, thank you.
And a great family. So stay well. And again, we want to see you again, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you all.
maybe we're gonna. So speaking of NIL, I brought up to McKenna, since I work for our nation's best company that deals with NIL brand deals. I told McKenna we can sign her son to an NIL deal in the future.
There you go. There you go.
That would be amazing.
That would be a lot of fun. Yes. And then if you're in the New York area, we're going to be doing we're going to raise money for cancer research and all kinds of stuff. We're going to do like a softball, baseball game. Actresses are going to come, and it's going to be well sponsored, and all the proceeds will go to all of those beautiful causes. So if you're definitely in the area, we would love to have you.
Yeah,
that's absolutely amazing.
And then I just have to reach out to Lindsay to coordinate that. So I'll reach out to Lindsay, but McKenna, I'll definitely keep you posted if you're interested in coming out. We definitely can help you out with that. So I'll keep you posted on that whenever that thing is finalized. We want to make this happen, and everybody, and you can even play in it too. Play in the charity softball game. And
awesome.
Well, we already have the second and shortstop. We have a singer. We have an actress. So, why not have one of the best sports reporters? So, it's all done. And then when it's all over and everybody had that, then of course, Chef Nick and myself, we're going to make the best pasta you've ever had in your life.
Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing.
I'll make you the best baked macaroni you ever had, and chicken parm and eggplant, whatever you like. So it's growing. That list is growing. I'm going to have to cook for 200 people, but it's going to be worth it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But again, thank you. We can't thank you enough for coming on. Thank you so much. And good luck with everything. And if we can help in any which way, we're here for you.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Have a good birthday on Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. You have a great one on next Sunday. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you'll hear us singing. Trust me. We'll do it, and we'll have it sent to you.
Thank you,
perfect. Thank you.
Take care. Have a great day. Bye now. Wow.
You guys did amazing with her. Great job, guys. So I told you, my team and I have endless possibilities for you guys, so stay tuned.
Hey, but no, that was one of the best interviews. MYCKENA was awesome.
She's totally awesome.
Hey guys, we got some news too. We just added another person to our agency. His name is Taj Bates. He played in the MLB Draft League also, along with Malik Abdul. So he'll be
awesome.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah.
And but much more. And telling you, it just gets better and better. Just hang in there with us, everyone. We're going to bring you a lot of surprises, a lot of fun. But the next thing we're going to bring you is the New York Yankees against the Philadelphia Phillies in 20 minutes, people. So we're going to get that round up. And then at 9 o'clock tonight, right here, Mania, Italy, Forza Italy against the United States of America. So in the World Baseball Classic. So it's going to be a lot of fun. 9 p.m. So come back to us at 1 p.m. and then 9 p.m. As Ken and I will have all of the festivities, all the fun for you, and it's going to be a happening, guys. So please, and then we'll have surprises coming up here and there, of course. So stay with us, everyone. Then tomorrow night, we'll have the Yankee game by ourselves because Ken has some obligations, which he does on every Wednesday night with the family. So we'll have the Yankee game at 6:35 right here on NY Yankee Mania. And then on our World Channel Thursday night, we're going to have the brand new recipes from Chef Nick and Caterina Michio, and maybe more surprises on what you can have for St. Patrick's Day, St. Joseph's, and of course Easter. Yes. That's all coming up soon, everyone. Please press the like button, subscribe. We really appreciate it.
And don't forget Passover.
And Passover. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I mean, my head is splitting. So that's what we have Sean and all these people to let everybody know what's going on. So, guys, thank you so much. Nithin, we can't thank you enough for bringing that wonderful talent. To me, she looks like she's like 14 years old. It's amazing. When she said her age, I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. She's just great. And I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope you always enjoy all these interviews. And that's why sometimes we move our time, because how can you not want talent like that and miss out on it? And I'm not going to tape it because you guys can see a tape. You want to see it live. That's what it's all about. That's the whole thing. So, with that in mind, but just quickly, guys, fast, as we got to turn this over into Yankee baseball. So just fast, Sean, some final words?
Hey, thanks, Nithin, for setting us up with McKenna Guerrero. And no, thank you, McKenna, for coming on. You were fabulous. It was awesome. We had enjoyed it. Guys, baseball, Yankees, Phillies, and T-minus 15 minutes.
Yep.
And then tonight, USA versus Italy, World Baseball Classic. You can't lose, but whether you root for US or Italy, I mean, Joe can't lose.
Yeah.
But we're going to have fun. Guys, come along with us tonight. And as the Hulk says, what are you going to do when Yankee Mania runs over you?
Yeah.
No, runs wild on you.
Hey.
That's what are you going to do when Hulkamania runs wild on you?
Yes.
Nithin, some final thoughts before we go. There it is.
Yeah, you guys see this? Come on.
Yeah, the guns, baby.
Glad that my team and I could help out with McKenna. You guys did a fantastic job with her. Shout out to everyone in the chat asking great questions. And what a beautiful day today is here, 70 degrees plus.
Yeah.
So I came back from warm weather. Now I'm back in warm weather in New Jersey.
For once, we're not scared of you doing an interview or being around like this. This will stay like this, so that's cool.
Yeah, but great
guys,
job.
get ready.
Great. Yeah. Great job, guys. Joe and Sean, you did a great job at McKenna and my team. Glad that my team and I could help out more. Guys, stay tuned. Endless possibilities. Stay tuned. And this channel is growing, and please continue liking, subscribing. Please continue liking, subscribing to our Job in the Mouth show, our Nithin Sports Rush show, and also our nation's best company, NIL Dream Team. A lot of big things happening there. So stay tuned, guys, and more to come. Let's go Yankees. Let's go USA. We got 2 big games today. Come on. We got this. So sun's out, guns out. Woo.
And tomorrow morning we go back to 9:30 a.m. with coffee, bagels, and Yankee talk and whatever our wonderful family chat has to offer. Good day, everyone. We'll see you in about 15 minutes. Please come back for your New York Yankees. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.